Welcome to Wilmot Wild Lacrosse on Rogers TV, and happy Mother's Day as we welcome you inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex in Baden, Ontario. My name's Jack Moore and I'll be your host. The Barrie Bombers roll into town with a 1-1 record on the season. They had a season-opening 12-10 overtime victory over Halton Hills, but last night a 14-9 loss to the Fergus Thistles, which resulted in Dalton King being suspended. This is his only game serving the suspension. And also, Wyatt King, the starting goaltender for the Barrie Bombers, is injured. He will not be available. So a depleted Bombers roster opens things up for the Wilmot Wild, who look to extend their record to a 4-1 record on this season. The Wild had a great game on Friday night, winning 10-3 over Oakville. They are missing Jackson Martin for today's game, as he is playing Junior A with Six Nations. We have Jason Hagholm and Andrew Coughlin on the call for you, but first we have some pregame ceremonies to get to, so we'll send it floor side to public address announcer Sean Norris.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks again everybody for supporting. We've got lots of time left to make up that $200 so 8 p.m. All right, so at this time last year, please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex for this Pink in the Rink Wilmot Wild edition of Wilmot Wild Lacrosse here on Rogers TV. I'm Jason Hagholm. Joining alongside me is Andrew Coughlin. And Andrew, we should be in for a real interesting matchup here where the Wilmot Wild, they're on a big roll, but they're playing this Barrie team that's a little banged up after a tough matchup last night against the Fergus Thistles.
Oh, absolutely. That's something the Wilmot's going to look to capitalize on early here, and especially with their starting goalie being out as well. Wilmot's going to look to pot some goals here early on in the first.
Well, the starting goaltenders for today, Wilmot going with the always reliable Reed Fitton, and between the pipes for the Barrie Bombers is Caleb Anglin-Ram. Game is underway now, and the Bombers get the opening possession. Couldn't handle that pass. Went right off the stick of Ty Steele. Steele had a big game as well yesterday, picking up, I believe, 4 goals and 1 assist for the total of 5 points. And those Steele brothers are big, important factors for Barrie. Ball actually squirts through the crease on the opening shot, but the Wild get a hold of it back. Fire this one around. Comes the way there for Derek Jensen. Spinning away from the check there was Colton Bess. Drops this one down low and picked up off the boards. Fired a shot on there. That came from Dylan Kuntz, who had himself 2 goals in the Wild's last win. Flipped it up. Off for Radburn. Goes back the other way. Ball got deflected, but nicely to be dealt with it was the goaltender. Actually, it's number 31, Braden Ramsey. Settling it down now are the Bombers as they get a hold of this with Cole Harrison. He takes a check. Still bouncing off, but did very well. Just pass couldn't be completed cleanly. Was looking there for Zach Phillips, and it bounced off his stick. Still good pressure, and the shot clock expires, so the Wild, on their first defensive stand, cause a shot clock violation. That's going to make everyone in the Wilmot bench happy, Andrew.
Oh, yeah, well, that's for sure. Coach Rick looks to get his offense back out here, get another set in.
And this Wilmot team, they've been really geared up. This is a good line right now. Berger all alone shot. Nice save made there by Ramsey. Once again, shot from far out. One of the new guys, Ryan Buller, and Andrew. Ryan Buller's been a big impact player early on in this early part of the season for the Wild.
He has, yeah. He's really got to keep his consistency up for sure if the Wilmot looks to make a push this year.
And this is a guy that knows what it's all about. Berger tries to go behind the back, just went wide.
Hayden Berger's another impact player this year for the Wilmot Wild. He's been all over the ball, especially early on in this game.
Definitely as well. He used to be just that pesky guy that would annoy the other teams, but now he's become quite the complete player. And going into the crease there, knocking on Anglin Ram.
Derek Jensen.
Yeah, it was Derek Jensen, and got a little of a face wash for his trouble. And you got to know, Barrie, as we said off the top, a rough game last night. 22 penalties for about 104 minutes. One player suspended there in Dalton King.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. That's for sure.
So you know that they want to kind of limit that kind of stuff. Want to play the finesse style game, but always tough to do against the Wild. And there's a shot on from Ty Steele. Fitton did well to steer it wide and just throws that one behind the net. Flipped up now for Cody Hudson. Nice job as well to drop it back for Bess as Wilmot looks to get set up here. Oh, tried to find that down low, but Berger lost his footing, and it'll be a turnover. Good start off the top for the Wild, Andrew. They're really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely here. I think they're just looking to get a goal here, break the goose egg, and open the floodgates.
When you look at the Wild so far this season, the first periods are a little tough for them. Only about 1 or 2 goals to get started there, but their defense has been much improved from last season, Andrew.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's almost a Wilmot Wild curse. Slow first periods is something that's always dazed the Wilmot Wild, but it's really consistency, right? They got to work on that and find a way to play a full 60 minutes.
And it is still early in the season as well, so still trying to get that chemistry down.
Yeah, absolutely. Work out the bugs and still kind of learn each other, right? It's a new team, new year.
Best tried to get that down low, right around the crease area for one of his Wild teammates. Was looking there for Ethan Warden, but he got knocked off the ball. And Barrie showing what they're made of here after that rough game last night against Fergus, and making the long trek up from Barrie here to Baden.
Yeah, bus legs is a big thing too. Barrie's just new to this Western Division this year, so I'm sure they're just getting used to their travel as they make their tour around the circuit.
And a great passing play for Bo Steele, but Fitton up to the task. And Fitton once again showing why he's the #1 goaltender here on this Wild team.
Yeah, absolutely. Today, backup goalie for the Wilmot Wild, Caleb Martin, was unable to make it. So, fun fact, Reed's little brother Ethan's sitting in.
So the Fittons potentially may need to go between the pipes, but Reed will probably get most of the load, obviously.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Fitton wall, they were calling it down in the coach's room, as I heard.
But good set of defensive play there from Barrie. They caused Wilmot to have a shot clock violation. And still, it's kind of like a boxing match right now, Andrew. Just both teams kind of feeling each other's out because Barrie, as you said, new to this West Division, obviously played in the East the past couple of years. So
yeah,
they're really familiar with each other.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I believe they met maybe one time before in preseason, but yeah, they're really kind of feeling out the league.
Got a whistle there. And we'll have a stoppage in play. It looks like a penalty's coming up as
Derek Jensen, I think.
Yeah, Derek Jensen's heading to the penalty box of a slashing penalty. So the Bombers will head to the power play, and their first power play of today goes for the Barrie Bombers.
Coach Rick Wendell, they're very upset with the extra unsportsmanlike there taken by Derek Jensen. He's been a great addition here to the Wilmot Wild, coming down from Junior B in Halton Hills last year.
So we'll see what the Bombers can do on the power play, and that's pretty quick. A quick goal, and Barrie gets the opening goal of the game for Bo Steele. Had a good chance earlier on, and he capitalizes yet again just seconds into the power play.
Yeah, they're going to get another chance here. The clock's only going to go down 2 minutes, and back to the power play for Barrie.
And Barrie came into today with the best power play in Junior B, as this replay is brought to you by Wild Wing. Just see it right here, Andrew.
Oh yeah, little cross crease. He gets Reed Fitton down low there.
That's a tough angle to score from, so shows the skill level that Bo Steele presents when he's given those one-on-one scenarios.
Yeah, very smart lacrosse player he's proven so far.
So the Bombers still at it now with 1:42 left to go on the man advantage. Picked up here, they'll go on the passing play for Carson Gandy. Gandy now fires that one back, and the pass can't be completed cleanly. Was looking for Phillips. He's having a little bit of trouble dealing with it, and they're going to say over and back.
A little confusion with the refs here. They look to sort that out early.
Oh, what a shot! What a goal from Cole Harrison! Wow, what a bullet, and Harrison makes it 2-0 for the Bombers.
Wow. The Wilmot bench is not impressed with that goal there.
Not at all. It's really tough to score on Fitton from that far out, but what a blast that came from Harrison.
Have to get another look here. Little confusion with the ref as the play starts. Blown down. Number 23 on Barrie there. As the play starts, I think Wilmot's still a little bit shocked, and number 6 on Barrie just lets it fly from outside and beat Reed top corner.
That's Cole Harrison. That's his 5th of the season, and Harrison continues to now lead the Bombers in points, but that shot was definitely a bombs away type bomb from Cole Harrison. And 2 quick goals with the man advantage show why Barrie has the best power play at the Junior C level right now, Andrew.
Oh, no question. They're proving it here tonight, as you mentioned.
And they look to add to it. Great little run here for the Bombers, but a big break coming the other way. Going down the floor, here's Dylan Kuntz. Kuntz on the breakaway, Kuntz shot, scores! Dylan Kuntz cuts the deficit to 1 as the Wild are on the board.
Great run by Dylan Kuntz there. He's another late addition here from Junior B. He came down from Guelph a couple games into the season, and Wilmot's thankful to have him in the lineup tonight.
4th goal of the season for Kuntz. He had 2 against Oakville the other night, and he just adds to it here on the breakaway. When you get a guy one-on-one like that, it's really a challenge for the goalie. They're a stationary, and that's a running, moving target with a great shot that Kuntz has.
Absolutely, that's a game of roulette right there, and Dylan won that game.
Like that. Game of roulette definitely came up, though, snake eyes on the table for the Bombers. But that's what Wilmot needed, those 2 quick goals on the man advantage for Barrie. Really kind of took maybe Wilmot's wind out of their sails early on, but a nice job to get back in this one with that goal. Looking to get the equalizer, and what a shot! Better save made by Anglin Ram.
Yeah, Wilmot was definitely looking to stop the bleeding there. 2-goal run. It's not something Wilmot likes to let happen from any team, but it's good to get on the board.
Radburn's shot got a piece of it from Anglin Ram as well, off the post. And will still be Wilmot ball as the whistle goes their way. Picked up here by Matt Wyman. Wyman settling it down, then gets it across there for Buller. Buller flips down low. Wyman shot off the post. And all the way back down into the Wilmot end. Coming in, Steele shot. A nice save made by Fitton.
Great stop by Reed Fitton there.
Well, we saw at the one end what happens on the breakaway, but Fitton showing how a goaltender can make a big save in that scenario. Now back across for Warden. Warden taking his time, flips that across, now kicks it off for Blake Weidman. They get it back here for Ethan Warden. His shot goes wide. Covered up now by Barrie, and Barrie trying to catch Wilmot out at a bad line change, but to no avail, as good job by the Wild to get everyone set up as the Bombers were breaking into the Wilmot end. Settling it down now are the Bombers trying to flip it in. We're looking to get it to Harrison yet again. Lost the handle on it, did Carson Gandy. Now the Wild get possession. Flipped up here, taking it up the floor now is Colton Bess. Bess for Radburn. Now to Buller, but finally getting it on his stick. 13 seconds remain on the shot clock. Radburn can't handle that pass, but he'll lay the body. A nice job to escape. The check there was Jacob Booth. Booth coming in, shot on, just went wide, and I think Fitton as well got a piece of it to steer it wide.
I'm not sure. I think we're going to go Wilmot ball.
It went up into the netting, so will be Wilmot ball in that from that aspect. Now flipped up here for Wyman. On the near wing. Getting it on. Shot from far out. Nice save made by the keeper. And the second chance opportunity was as well denied by Anglin Ram.
Anglin Ram having a great first half of the first period here. He's really stopping, putting his all into it.
Buller flips that one through. Can't handle it cleanly was Evan Girdler, one of the other new additions for the Wilmot Wild. And now will be scooped up here by Maverick Blackmere. One of the best names I've ever heard in the cross. But Barrie now finally will get it set up here, but trying to organize, getting a good press on defense from Wilmot, and the over and back call goes the way, and Wilmot will get possession. Flipped up, now bouncing ball comes for Berger. Berger gets a hold of it, puts on the speed, flips it back. Looking for his teammate there, Tyler Nagy. Nagy tried to find Radburn, ball knocked up in the air, and Barrie finally gets a hold of it, having to bounce off a few checks. There's a check from behind, no whistle. As much as the Barrie fans would have liked to call, they will not get one from our officiating crew. Turnover, and Berger grabbed a hold of it for the Wild. Now Bess. Off for Berger. Berger puts a nice move on to avoid the screen. Off for Radburn. Radburn thought about the shot. Now flips it up here for Bess. Bess pass is blocked. And we have a timeout called by Barrie. Or penalty, excuse me, coming the way of the Wilmot Wild. Oh, it was right. I think it was a penalty was called. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Andrew.
No, that was a Barrie penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct there. Wilmot's going to retain possession and get their first power play chance of the night here.
So Wilmot goes to the power play, and they look to capitalize, and they do just seconds in. Hayden Berger ties this one up at 2, and add another point for Hayden Berger, off to a tremendous start this year.
They had big shoes to fill there after Barrie popped 2 quick early power play goals on their first chance, so Wilmot definitely equal to the match tonight.
Hayden Berger, that's his 6th of the season, and now puts him tied with Kent Radburn for tops in points at 14. So what have we learned so far, Andrew? Don't take a penalty in this game, because the power plays are quick and lightning quick to strike to boot.
Oh, absolutely. Junior C in general, special teams always plays a big factor, but tonight it's proven to be no different here tonight.
Berger looking to add to his point total. Nice shot on. Good save made by Anglin Ram. Loose ball picked up now by the Bombers. They try to go hit the home run pass. Nice job. Connects it right there for Tyler Rowe. Rowe breaking in shot on, save made by Fitton. Tried to pick the low pad side on Fitton, but Fitton able to make the save. Now Wilmot gets it inside with Jensen. Jensen for Radburn. Radburn, just flipped off the stick there of Tyler Nagy.
Nagy and Radburn work really well together there on the left side for the Wilmot Wild. They've been doing it for a couple years, and
Buller's shot takes the deflection up into the seats. Always got to be live and active in the stands here at the Wilmot Rec Center.
Absolutely, I think the 50-50 guy took one off the back there.
He's done well. Definitely no harm, no foul on that for him. Always danger pay involved here at the Wilmot Rec Center when you're raffling off those 50-50 tickets. Barrie, though, trying to get themselves back in this one, but lost that possession of it as Wilmot makes a change. They flip it up here for Blake Weidman. And Weidman will head up the floor as he's passed it off for Colton Bess. Taking on now is Buller. Ryan Buller. Shot scores! Ryan Buller with a blast from far out, and the Wild get 3 straight goals to take the lead here with 7 minutes left to go in the first.
Heavy shot from outside there from Ryan Buller. That one had eyes for sure. He saw the corner and he picked it. As you take a look here, pass comes down there from number 17, Colton Bess, and Buller just gets a good pick and comes around, lets it go.
For Buller, that's goal 6 this season. And you can't give a guy like Ryan Buller that much time and space. He thought about what he wanted to do, thought about the pass, and realized I got a good lane, took the shot, and right choice done. But Barrie looks to get back, and they absolutely do. Quick goal, make that the second of the game for Cole Harrison, and we're once again tied, this time at 3.
No, that's for sure. The stars are shining in this game. Cole Harrison, Ryan Buller, they're definitely having a duel here today so far.
Well, you like that compete level here from Barrie. They weren't going to sit on their hands and let their opportunities go aside. They just quickly got right back at it. I believe those goals are about a couple seconds, max a minute apart. Coughed up here, but Barrie gets a hold of it back from Luke West. He's in a good battle with Matt Wyman. Wyman actually wins out there with a sea of blue jerseys around. Good hustle and great effort from Wyman.
Yeah, that's what you need from a captain there, and that's why Wilmot chose him to lead the boys this year.
They got it up quickly for Kuntz, who looked to get his second of the game, but Anglin Ram with a huge save. Barrie having some difficulty bringing this up the floor, trying to make something happen with it. It's Ryan Presswich, and he finally able to pass this one off for Carson Gandy. Gandy, nice feed, but can't be handled. Too many pink jerseys around to knock that ball free. And now fed up here for Berger. Berger, what's on the speed? Such a tough guy to get a good body check on is Hayden Berger.
He's a very agile kid, that's for sure. Always moving his feet, always aware. It's good lacrosse sense.
Buller, a drive. Nice save made there by Anglin Ram. Still the Wild, though, with it.
Hayden Berger all over that loose ball and the rebound.
For Radburn going for Berger, but too hot to handle was the pass. But these live boards here at the Wilmot Rec Center really work out for Wilmot here, as that ball still bouncing around. Still with it, a lot of sticks swinging, but they're going to say possession goes the way of the Bombers. I think ourselves a penalty coming up here, Andrew.
Yeah, Ryan Buller, I think, about to take unsportsmanlike conduct here.
Yeah.
Runs it off, though. That's all right.
Well, we've seen Barrie get 2 quick power play goals, where they had the first power play, which was a double minor. So now they get 2 minutes to work with. It only took 9 seconds for Wilmot on their minor to get a power play goal. Let's see what the Bombers can do with their best power play in Junior C again.
They really got to work on their discipline here, and them meeting the Wilmot Wild. They can't be taking all these unsportsmanlike penalties, especially this early on.
Oh, good shot on there from Harrison. Got a piece of it, did fit. Loose ball and smart play here by the goalkeeper, Caleb Anglin Ram, to play that one before the streaking Wild player could get a hold of that. Fed across, thought about the shot down low, banging away and scores! Ty Steele gets the Bombers back out in front.
And I believe another unsportsmanlike penalty to the Wilmot Wild here after the whistle. Matt Wyman, the captain's going off. As we maybe look to see what happened here on the replay.
Yeah, I think as Buller now will head out because that goal cancels out his penalty, but
Matty's right back in, so I think we're just gonna go to the same.
Well, there's the goal there from Ty Steele.
Yeah, Ty Steele coming across the crease there, beating Reed, but I'm not sure I saw the penalty there. Maybe Matt had some words to the referee.
I think Matt definitely said something. You could see him behind Steele after that, was definitely displeased with maybe how his team was playing. Took it on the official and, well, paid the price. Officials aren't playing today here with the words. So, see what Wilmot can do shorthanded now. Nearly 3-on-2 was developing as the Bombers get a good line change out. Nagy bounces off a check. Tyler Nagy flips that one up. Now fed on here for Kuntz. Back for Nagy. To Radburn. Radburn. Tried to get it for Nagy. And good play by Ryan Prestwich to break that up. They're going to say it is Barrie possession still.
Over and back, Barrie's going to get the ball there. Wilmot took it over half, and you can't do that in special teams.
Almost 1:03 left to go in this Barrie power play. Fed on through. Fed on there for Gandy. Now back, thought about the shot there was Phillips. Shot right into the defender's chest. Cole Elford, welcome to Junior C lacrosse. Loose ball, and Elford, though, gets a hold of it. And good for Wilmot here as finally a shot clock expires. It's been a while since that's happened, and what a save made by Fitton. Absolutely robbing Bo Steele of his second.
Incredible save by Reed Fitton there coming across. That's the hardest save to make for a lacrosse goalie, and he came up huge.
Huge indeed, because Wilmot doesn't want to get themselves down 2. And Berger with 17 seconds remaining on the Barrie power play. Still loose ball coming in, shot on, scores! Making a shorthanded goal for the Wild. As that one's going to go for Blake Weidman, and we're tied up at 4 again. Good persistence, great effort by the Wild to get that ball free as it was banging around in there. Good effort there from Weidman, gets it on his stick and just fires one right past Anglin Ram.
Oh yeah, he's definitely walking a thin line there on the crease, but he tiptoed out and put the ball back.
Short-handed goal as well, and you know Wilmot really needed one of those. And now the penalty ends, so we're back to even strength lacrosse. Shot on and scores! Jacob Booth made something out of nothing, and again the Bombers find their way to quickly get the lead back. I think a timeout's as well been called here. Get Fitton some water. Let's take a look at the replay here, Andrew.
Yeah, the Barrie just gets a big shot cutting through the middle. Number 26 there on Barrie. Jacob Boosh. He just used his big body there, barrels through the middle, and lets a big shot go.
That's Booth's first of the season for the Bombers, and it couldn't come in a bigger time. And Barrie out quickly again. Chance, nice save made by Fitton. And as well, thanks for your troubles coming on in was Ty Steele. Got a little rough up job by the Wild defense. I'm really impressed with Barrie, Andrew. They were in such a physical matchup last night against Fergus, but they're able to get out quick in transition and put high scoring attempts and come out and get this lead back in this lacrosse game.
Oh yeah,
time after time.
Yeah, for sure. They haven't missed a beat tonight, that's for sure. And especially coming after that tough game last night against Fergus, they're really bringing it to the Wilmot Wild here.
Shot clock does expire, so Fitton just tried to throw that one back into the Barrie end. And they'll set up shop right now. Carson Gandy on the near boards. Far wing across, get it for Gandy. Nice job to get that one. Tried a nice flip on in for Bo Steele. Steele then gets it all the way back. Gandy, a low shot just went wide. 2 Wild defenders fell down. And nice job. Oh, that one thrown into the Barrie bench by their keeper, Anglin Ram. Look out on the bench. So the Wild now get a possession with 1:11 remaining here in the first. Flipped up here for Buller. Buller, a drive from far out, and There's going to be a cross-check penalty coming up.
Yeah, Barry's going to settle here. 2 minutes for a legal cross-check.
The refs are really calling this one really tight, and you can maybe understand that, Andrew, from the tough game Barrie had yesterday with boatloads of penalties for both Barrie and Fergus.
Yeah, and that was early on yesterday. The refs really proven here they're going to have a handle on this right from the get-go.
So Radburn will get a hold of this. Only a few about 1 second differential between the power play and the game clock.
They look to make quick work here, though. Wilmot's definitely not looking to head into the intermission with being down here 5-4.
Good passing play, but a little too much on that last one. Get it back in up high, a little too high for Kuntz. And now scooped up by the Bombers. A little bit of a bouncing ball, but nicely handled. Taken on by Carson Dunek. Dunek, though, and tough against these boards. Still a good battle going on for it with a bunch of wild players around him. He just tried to make a spin out of that. Good job to eat some time off the penalty.
Great loose ball pickup by the Wilmot Wild there.
Yeah, Cody Hudson fought for that one. 10 seconds remain in the first period. Flipped up, trying to get, now comes to Kuntz. Kuntz to drive, scores!
3.8 seconds left on the game clock there. Dylan Kuntz with a rocket from outside, and he solves the Barrie tender.
And Kuntz with his second of the game ties this one up at 5 with, as you said, Andrew, 3.8 remaining here in the first. These shots from far out for both Wilmot and Barrie have just been absolutely deadly this afternoon.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And it's not anything to say of the goalies. The goalies are still making great stops. It's just the players that are making smart shot selections.
And good job here. Barrie wins the draw, and they'll just kill that clock as we'll head into the first intermission with both teams tied at 5, and they're definitely feeling alive with the shots and the high level of scoring, high level of play here at the Wilmot Rec Center. So after one period, it's the Wilmot Wild 5, the Barrie Bombers 5. We'll take a quick break and be back for more coverage here on Rogers TV.
First one to get.
Welcome back to Wilmot Wild Lacrosse on Rogers TV. Jack Moore floorside with Tyler Nagy of the Wilmot Wild. Tyler, a 5-5 tie after the first period. Back and forth between you and the Barrie Bombers. What did you like from your team in that first period?
We capitalized on some of the chances, but there's more things that we need to work on, I think. There's a couple little things we have to stay with the box for sure. I know that's a bad thing, but we've had a lot of little things that have been going well for us. Keeping the ball in the net sometimes, for us scoring sometimes, but there's stuff we need to work on.
You guys are 2-0 at home this season so far. What makes it so difficult for opponents to come here and play against you guys?
I think it's difficult to play in any opposing team's arena. It's just the way it is. I mean, you have to drive out of your way to go somewhere that's not in your comfort zone. And I think us having so many wild things going on, like today we got the Mother's Day thing going on, and it's with a little bit of a delay at the start of the games with like presentations or whatever. I think it's throwing the other team off maybe a little bit, but I mean, you can't count on that, especially in your home barn. You got to show up to play in front of your own fans.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Tyler Nagy, an assistant captain of the Wilmot Wild. It's 5-5 between Barrie and Wilmot. We'll have plenty more to come on Wilmot Wild Lacrosse on Rogers TV.
Hello everyone, welcome back inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex, where after one period of play, we're tied up at 5 between the Barrie Bombers and the Wilmot Wild on this pink in the rink. And this has been quite an impressive first period of action where both Barrie and Wilmot have been able to get quick goals from off the hop in this game. And let's take a look at some of the highlights here of these goals that have happened, as we'll take a look at them right now, as the first goal of the game went in the way of Barrie, as they were moving the ball really well. Tough spot for them, but Bo Steele gets the opening goal of the game. They're made it 1-0 for Barrie, and that was on the power play, double minor. And this is an interesting one because refs were a little bit confused, thought they were going to call an over and back, but decided to change their mind and went back. And look at this absolute bullet that came from Cole Harrison for his first. At that point, 2-0 Barrie, and not the start that the Wild really wanted to get themselves into here on this pink in the rink game. But coming back the other way here on a nice break, there was Dylan Kuntz. Breakaway gets the Wild on the board, making it 2-1. And then in this, here's great ball movement by the Wild. They get themselves a goal again to tie it up. I believe that was Hayden Berger. And then Wilmot looks to make it 3 straight, and they'll do that right here in this absolute bullet from Ryan Buller. And it's 3-2 at that point for the Wild, but Barrie no quit. But a couple seconds later, they're able to get themselves leveled up in this game. And then yet again, moving the ball very well, shot down low, and there's a great goal, this time from Ty Steele, to get the Bombers back out in front. And then the Wild again still on the prowl. Look at this great effort here from Blake Weidman. Ball bouncing around, it fell on his stick, and he's able to blow that one right by Caleb Anglin Ram. And the Bombers, though, they won't take no for an answer. Look at this effort. Great shot came there from Jacob Booth, his first of the season. And that's where we're at right now. The Wild are actually able to get one back from Dylan Coots, his second of the game, with 3.8 seconds left to go in the first. And it was quite the period, as you saw right there. Power plays were a big benefactor right there in that last goal that we saw. We didn't get to see it from Kuntz. It was a shorthanded one. So it's been a ton of action. Great exciting lacrosse is what you'd expect. And we should see more of that come this second period. We'll take a quick break and be back for more coverage here on Rogers TV. Welcome back inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex, just moments away from the start of the second period here. I'm Jason Hagel. Alongside me is Andrew Coughlin. And Andrew, what are your thoughts on that first period? Real exciting lacrosse. It's really what you'd expect to see from two top teams here at the junior C level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the fans are really getting a show. 5 goals, 10 goals in the first period. And, I mean, Barrie really showed up to play today. There's no doubt about that. Long bus trip, no excuses for them.
How impressed are you for a team like Barrie, who formerly from the east, now playing in the west, making the long trek out from Barrie here? No bus legs for them at all. You got to be really impressed with that as a former player yourself, Andrew.
Oh, very impressed. I spent 4.5 years in this league. I haven't actually seen Barrie until today, and nothing but good thoughts coming from the program and everything like that.
Well, good save right off the hop there from Anglin Ram. Good face-off win for the Wild. And nearly coughed up by Barrie, but they did well to get it back. Here's Ryan Prestwich. We thank you for joining us here on Rogers TV for this Mother's Day game. I'm Jason Hagel alongside Andrew Coughlin, Jack Moore around the floor, I should say.
Referee Wilson is taking nothing here today. He's throwing another unsportsmanlike penalty, which is number 4 or 5 on the night. So either the players are really high-strung or he's just not having a good day today.
Or maybe it's just because a lot of moms are in here. It is Mother's Day. Got to watch your language on the floor, especially with a lot of moms in the seats today.
Yes, no, they do. These young guys need to learn the respect, right?
So, Andrew, we didn't get to hear from you in the first intermission because you were obviously pulling double duty doing the broadcast with us, and we thank you for that. But you're also coaching as well. What was the mindset in the Wilmot Wild locker room after the first period of play?
They really got to take it to the next level. Coach Rick Windle was definitely on them, encouraging them to step up the play, to bring it to Barrie, increase the shots, and increase the intensity on the loose balls. They're really looking to bring it here early on.
So a double minor. Once again, we saw Barrie get that 2-goal lead off the start in this lacrosse game. Thanks to a double minor, we'll see what they can do here. Shot on, nice save made by Fitton. Comes back here for Phillips.
They've proven to be deadly on the power play, not only tonight, in the season in general so far, but...
Oh, good job by Kuntz to get his stick in there and break that up. And Wyman avoids a check. Coming on in's Matt Wyman, 3-on-1 developing. Wyman feeds it across. Nice shot there from Hahn, but better save from Anglin Ram.
And Braden Hahn's another kid on the Wilmot Wild here. He's a 5-year journeyman in the Junior C loop, and his transition game, defensive game, has just improved impeccably in the past couple of years.
And that's really where a lot of the success has been in Wilmot's past couple of years, is how they get out quickly in transition. So Hahn obviously just adds to that, and there's another power play goal. Make it the hat trick for Cole Harrison. My goodness, does he got a deadly shot.
Wow. That was a big one. That fooled goalie Reed Fitton there, who he's an experienced goalie. He doesn't let up too many easy ones, but here you see the Barrie player on the rebound.
We'll take a look at the replay here. That's the tail end of it. This replay brought to you by Wild Wing. And this game has definitely been spicier than a couple of those Wild Wings. But my goodness, it's really tough to stop a player with a shot like Cole Harrison from outside, because that is a bullet you don't want, as a defenseman, don't want to get in front of it. Hopefully Fitton can find a way to slow that down, and this Wild defense can shut down this high-powered offense from Barrie.
Yeah, they're firing at all cylinders here tonight.
And make that another power play goal as well. This is what Barrie came into, about 44%, the best power play at the junior C level. That will obviously go up thanks to that. I think they've been pretty much perfect so far this afternoon on the power play.
Oh yeah, it's proven to be costly. Special teams in this league is a big factor.
Hahn will try to get a hold of this one, and he does. Nice work by Hahn to track down that loose ball. Hahn, nice job, waits for a man there, and we'll get it off for Colton Bess. Bess, now back for Berger, and they'll just try to eat up as much time they can here with this man advantage that the Bombers have.
New rule in junior lacrosse in Ontario this year, they run the 30-second when you're killing penalties, so it kind of changes the aspect of the game. Wilmot can only dance and play with the ball for so long. They still have to try to get a shot on net.
Which you kind of have to like as well, because you can just sit on that ball forever.
Yeah, no, it makes
takes
the
the
game
flow
more
out of
interesting.
yeah, it takes the
Exactly.
flow out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Andrew.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's all right.
But
another penalty here.
this
one
time
coming to Barrie.
Yeah, Barrie will have a player head off here. Ryan McCalchuk will head off, so we'll have ourselves 4-on-4 lacrosse for just 38 seconds before the Wild get their power play.
Yeah, Wilmot, they're definitely not looking to break the back and forth trend as they try to regain the tie and look to break the lead. And Ryan Buller lets another bomb go from the top.
And Buller, with a bomb of his own right, gets himself his second of the game. Make that goal 5 this season for Ryan Buller. And my goodness, what a bomb from Buller. Actually, I should say make that goal 7 for Buller. But he's come in, as we said, he's a new player, Ryan Buller, and he's come in and just fit in so well with this Wilmot Wild team.
Yeah, no, he has. He really has a knack for putting the ball in the net. And as you see there on the replay, the Wild Wing replay, Ryan Buller making no mistake letting that cannon go from outside the dotted line.
So 4-on-4 for 13 seconds as that double minor has to still run off. Chance from Buller again, but this time Anglin Ram makes the save, and Buller gets thrown down, and a cross check comes on there from Luke West. And
good discipline play there from Ryan Buller, number 22, as Barrie looks to be serving off, and Wilmot looks to have a quick 4-on-3 here.
Yeah, 4-on-3 for just 4 seconds. But good on Buller from walking away, because the last game we saw him here on Rogers TV, he was definitely getting into the feisty aspects as well as the pure skill of lacrosse.
Yeah, no, and discipline's a huge aspect of that, and Ryan's learning slowly but surely, but it's a process. It's more a journey, not a sprint.
So 5-on-3 now activated for the Wilmot Wild, and this could be the turning point of the game. A 7-goal outing in the second period, the last game for the Wild against Oakville.
Oh, Barrie looks to be getting another penalty here. Number 5 on Barrie is going off for the hold.
Yeah, Logan Flanagan. So that penalty box for the Bombers is a little bit more cramped. It's like a phone booth in there.
No, it really is, and the big thing to this now for the Wild is with 3 guys in the box, they can't release one until a whistle. So this will be a lengthy 5-on-3.
And I think that's what the Wild will do. They'll just kind of move this ball around. Look for the best shot selection, and that one came from Nagy, but nice job to get back was Anglin Ram. Radburn a drive, just went wide.
Might have been tipped there, I'm not too sure, but either way, Wilmot will retain possession and look to get the pressure on here.
Good job by Girdler, kept it alive, and they can't get the pass there for Radburn, but still with it. The 5-on-3 really helping Wilmot. Outshot from Coots. Better save again made by Caleb Anglin Ram. And Ram tried to throw that one all the way up the floor, but showing his vertical leap there was one of the Wild players, but now scooped up by Jacob Booth. Booth cuts his way through 2 men. Now feels the wrath from Hayden Berger and as well Braden Hahn.
Oh yeah, they're triple teaming him down in the corner with the extra men. They make quick work of getting the ball back.
So now we're back. One of the penalties is over. So 30 seconds left. And we'll of this 5-on-3. Now 20 seconds. Taking his time with it right now is Derek Jensen. Jensen waits and waits. Now fires this across. A nice drive came there from Ethan Warden. Good save made by Anglin Ram.
Anglin Ram, a couple passes here in the second period. He's really good ball movement.
Oh, what a low pass coming and scores! Short-handed, and that was an unbelievable play. Make that goal 4 for Cole Harrison, but Wilmot caught asleep at the switch on that one.
Not what the Wilmot Wild wanted there on that power play to let us shorty up and really basically gift wrap the lead back to Barrie. Take a look at the Wilmot Wild Wing power play. The break there on the fast break, Barrie hits number 6. Cole Harrison, and he makes no mistake solving Reed Fitton for a third time now here tonight.
I believe that's unbelievable there from Harrison. Found his way through on a low pass that I think Wilmot saw at the last second. One of the men fell down, so that made that even easier for Harrison to break on in.
Yep, no, he's a smart ball player, that's for sure.
And that goal is huge as well because Anglin Ram made some big saves on the man advantage, and that's what Barrie wants to do right now. Kill this off at all. Penalty's going to come the way of Wilmot for the hold.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll get a replay here, but the free arm of the Wilmot player grabbed the jersey of the Barrie player, causing the penalty to be called.
Yeah, and heading off for the Wild is number 11, Dylan Kuntz. So 57 seconds left of 4-on-4 lacrosse. Firing that one around. There's Harrison and a penalty coming.
I think we're going to have Best going off for the slash here. He made contact with the Barrie player's head.
I think we got both, actually. Yeah, Best for Wilmot and as well Ty Steele for the Barrie Bombers.
Illegal cross check for Barrie, and I think they're going to go 2 minutes for a slash on, a high stick, on Wilmot.
Well, how about that? Now this one's picking up in terms of the penalties. We did see a nice amount of penalties, but it's pretty even, nothing really too undisciplined. But as we said before, these referees, they're not taking anything. Any chance that a penalty being called, it's being called. So maybe a little bit more discipline for both Wilmot and Barrie is going to be needed.
It is, and at least it's going both ways here tonight. I mean, refereeing can be really inconsistent depending on the night in any league, but at least it goes both ways.
What a move from Harrison, the swim move around the Wilmot defender, but Fitton up to the task this time. Wyman breaks this one out. Wyman takes a big check into the boards, and a penalty is coming up. And Wyman, or actually coming back with a receipt there, was Buller. So Buller's going to get called for that as well. I think that just goes back to what we just talked about there, Andrew, discipline.
Yeah, no, and that word just keeps popping up. I mean, Wilmot had a 4-minute penalty coming their way until an undisciplined play there caused the ball to come back the other way.
Well, Buller with the cross check to stick up for his teammate, Wyman, who got absolutely his face shoved into the boards.
Yeah, no, I really hope Maddie's okay. That didn't look too good, so I hope it felt better than it looked.
Yeah, those are the types of plays that they're definitely trying to get out in hockey, and I assume the same way in lacrosse, because when your back's turned, you're a very vulnerable player, and Wyman was sent face first into the boards. At least in lacrosse, though, you do have the cage, that some protection, but still when you're not expecting it, it's not pleasant.
No, near dangerous distance from the boards there, about 2-3 feet out. Especially with a visor on in hockey, as you mentioned, that can be a dirty play.
So Nagy gets that one tried to get it for Berger. Couldn't come to him cleanly. Now they get it. Oh, nice move by Berger. Shot on, save made by Anglin Ram. They try the home run ball. Coming on just a little too much on that pass from Anglin Ram. Was looking for Ryan Prestwich. Prestwich gets hauled down. Nice defense played there by Jordan Hawthorne. Loose ball picked up now by Barrie's Bo Steele. Given back with Carson Dunek. Steele. Nice move by Steele. Hawthorne better defense. Nice behind the back pass. And a better save made by Fitton. Unbelievable save. Fitton's best of the game.
He's definitely had a couple highlight reel saves tonight, but that was proved to be a dandy.
Nice swim move again around by Barrie. This time Zach Phillips with it. Fed back for Gandy. Gandy, a drive up high, just a little too much on that one off the end boards. Now picked up by the Wilds, the likes of Braden Hahn. Good work by Hahn. Now Blake Wyman gets it. Weidman smartly letting some of these penalty minutes tick down. As coming back on the floor is Bess, and as well Ty Steele. And shot just came on there from Wilmot as they knew the shot clock was going to expire. Best good defense, nice defense in the offensive zone, but too many blue jerseys went out there as that was picked up by Jacob Booth.
And Barrie works to break the ball up the floor here.
And Barrie does do that. Nice feed all alone, shot on, better save by Fitton. What a save that time, all alone, robbing Ty Steele. Good hustle coming on it from Hudson. Couldn't get the pass cleanly. Now he gets a hold of it. And then Wilmot now will go to a power play. Or Barrie, I should say, will go to a power play here for 56 seconds. Taking their time with it are the Bombers. A lot of traffic now in front around Fitton. Shot from far out, nice save made by Fitton on Harrison. Now picked up by Steele. Harrison, the low one, Fitton this time makes the save and pounces on that loose ball.
Great rebound control there by goalie Reed Fitton.
And Fitton had a rough start in the first, but really waking up right now, and he's made himself a big set of saves. Taken on from Berger. Flips that one across there for Ethan Warden. Radburn a drive from far out. Good save made by Anglin Ram. And get her a whistle. Whistle comes. And it looks like a penalty is going for Hayden Berger. Actually, it's going to go the way for Barrie.
Yeah, delay a game, I think. He wouldn't drop the ball there quick enough for referee Wilson's liking, and he's going to head off here for 2 minutes to delay game.
So Carson Dunek in the penalty box for the Barrie Bombers. So we'll have 3 seconds of 4-on-4 lacrosse. And coming back on the floor is Ryan Buller, so the Wild power play has been activated yet again. Fed on, dealt with now, here's to Radburn. Radburn's got a dangerous shot. Nagy fed across, blocked in front. Berger's chance, Berger with it, but he's in the crease, so that'll be Barrie ball. Now picked up here by the Bombers, dealt with by Tyler Rowe. A little too much on that pass.
Hayden Berger put on some good pressure there, caused another turnover.
Hahn, though, scooped up that loose ball, and Braden Hahn done really well, but a penalty's coming up again for Barrie.
I believe on the slash, playing with a wooden stick, is a tough thing to do for sure, but he's using it as a weapon there, the referee determined.
Yeah, it's headed into the penalty box right now for Barrie is number 11, Luke West. So a 5-on-3 scenario now for the Wilmot Wild for 1 minute and 15 seconds.
5-on-3 is very exciting lacrosse. A lot of open floor. I believe Wilmot usually plays the style. They'll keep one man kind of high there at center floor just so they don't have a turnover. Give up an easy shorthanded goal.
We'll see what they can do here. A lot of penalties that we have seen in this second period. And Wilmot looking to pounce on that loose ball, but Anglin Ram wasn't going to take any chances. Up the floor, though, Logan Flanagan for the Bombers. Good scrum going on in the Wilmot end for that loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? And it looks like Barrie does, much to the support of his teammates. You hear them banging. And possession now goes the way for Wilmot, but that was some great work done by Logan Flanagan.
Yeah, no, a great individual effort there on the man short by Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan did very well. Took up a lot of time as there's only now 21 seconds remaining on 5-on-3 lacrosse. Going, oh, that would have been pretty, but a little too high for Berger. Now here for Radburn, a drive save made by Anglin Ram. Anglin Ram, he wants the home run ball. Not enough on this one. Will bounce up off the corner glass, and back on the floor is Carson Dunek. Flipped up now by Evan Girdler. And good pressure here. 32 seconds remain on this Wild power play. Thought about that shot, and they get it for Girdler. Now fed across for Weidman. Big drive from Buller. Good save made by Anglin Ram and up into the netting. But still with it here for the 17 seconds of the man advantage are the Wild. Nice work. Oh, Buller puts a drive on, just goes wide. Loose ball hopped up, and can Barrie get a hold of it? They do. And they'll bring it in, and the power play is over. A great penalty kill by the Bombers. Now taken up. Here's West, who just fresh out of the penalty box. 7 minutes remaining here in this second period, where the Barrie Bombers have a 1-goal lead over the Wild.
Yeah, very slim margin. It's been really back and forth here tonight, and Ryan Buller picks up the loose ball and goes on a partial break.
Buller,
he gets hit hard in the middle.
Clean hit, and Buller took an awkward spill, but now back the other way is Ty Burke. Burke fed it up there. Mikhalachuk has the shot reset. The officials say still the Bombers putting a nice bunch of pressure on the Wild right now. Zach Phillips. Thought about the shot this time came from Carson Gandy. Down low, chance shot. What
Wow!
Finn with a stick save keeps this a 1-goal lead. Now back 2-on-1 are the Wild. Chance shot, save made back the other way is Anglin Ram.
Great save by goalie Reed Fitton there. Just desperation.
But then a good answer back the other way was Caleb Anglin Ram, and the goaltending plays really heated up here in the second.
No, it's been a game of inches, and the goalies are battling for every inch of it.
And score! Radburn ties it up on a great passing play, and we're tied at 7 on Kent Radburn's first of the day.
Great heads-up play by Ken Radburn here as you take a look at the Wild Wing replay. He comes cutting across through the middle on the left side, receives a pass. As you see here, Kent breaks it down low, takes his position there on the left shooter spot. Comes across, sees him, heads up play behind the back and over the goalie's shoulder. We got a 7-7 all game.
That's Kent Radburn's 7th of the season. His 7th comes at a great time to get the Wild their 7th of the afternoon, and we are tied up, as you said, Andrew. What's been a thrilling lacrosse game on this Mother's Day afternoon. But Barrie looks to get back in this one. That's what they've been able to do all afternoon as well. find their way back into this game in a matter of seconds. Good defense, though, on from the Wild. And nearly scooped up here from Hahn. Braden Hahn breaks this one out. Came right off his stick and now bounces into the Wilmot bench. Picked up now here by Hudson. Cody Hudson, 2-on-1 again. Nice feed on shot on. Good save again by Anglin Ram. That's 2 2-on-1s the Wild have had in a matter of moments. But Anglin Ram shut the door.
No, he did. Wilmot definitely wasn't challenging him too hard there, shooting it right in his chest. But he answered the bell, that's for sure.
But as we were talking earlier about those cross-crease type plays, toughest thing for a goalie to do in lacrosse, but Anglin Ram so far 2 for 2 in those scenarios.
Yep, no question about that.
And Barrie, they'll try to flip this one in. Nice hesitation move, and had to hold on to that one a little too long that he would like. Was Gandy. Some good defense, but the Wild get a shot clock expires. And that was a silly play by Anglin Ram as Buller gets himself his 3rd of the day. There's wanting to get the play out quickly, Andrew, but a little bit out of play and out of mind there from Caleb Anglin Ram cost his team, as we see on this Wild Wing replay.
Yeah, no, that's just an unfortunate play there from the goalie. He did plate the ball down. He just wasn't really heads up on the initial start of the next play.
So now we'll see what Barrie can do after that mental lapse from Caleb Anglin Ram. Going on the far wing, or the near wing, I should say, is Riley Ruff. Kicks that one out here for Ty Burke. Slipping down is Harrison. He lost his stick as well. Good shot clock violation forced by the Wild. Still bouncing off some checks now. Here's Buller again. Shot from far out. Nice save made this time by Anglin Ram. Now picked up by the Wilds, Logan Flanagan. Trying to push back the likes there of Gandy. And Gandy, shoes may be a little slippery right now because that's almost the second time he's fallen, but a quick response from Josh Coughlin ties this one up at 8.
Yeah, very clean goal there by Coughlin, breaking down on the right side. He beats Reed fit and clean right at the hip.
And Barrie once again finds a way to respond. Now let's take a look at this replay there after really great work done by Gandy.
Quick dish, Coughlin comes down here using his size and he lets a heavy shot go and beats Reed down the left side.
Ball comes back here and dealt up by Caleb Anglin Ram. Spins away, lost the ball off his stick. Berger, 3-on-2 for Wilmot. Shot, nice save made by Anglin Ram. Didn't want to be at fault for 2 back-to-back goals. Shuts that one down. Loose ball picked up this time by Carson Dunek. Still scrum, nice job by Dunek to bounce off some checks, and Barrie gets a hold of this one. Still with it are the Bombers fighting for some space. There was Zach Phillips. Loose ball, still loose. Who's going to come away with this one? Good battle going on for this loose ball. The shot clock expires, so Wilmot will now come away with it.
We're going to have a referee stop time.
Looked like he gave the reset signal there, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think he was just calling over for a second look. We might go to draw ball here. Yeah, the referees are going to reset. I think referee Wilson lost a little control and maybe lost a little faith in his teammate there.
So we get our face-off at the center of the floor. Taking the draw is Hunter Schmidt for Wilmot and one by Logan Flanagan. Flanagan flipped that one back and dealt with nicely now by Dunek. Fed up the floor nicely. Here are the Bombers. Nice move put on there by Coughlin. Shot on, good save made by Fitton on David Reed. Wild get the reset here. They bounce off a check on the near boards. Battle going on for it, and it's one out by the Bombers. Shot on, save made by Fitton on Ty Burke. Still, Wilmot trying to win this one. They have it, but Barrie, like a bull in a china shop, just rampaging their way, trying to cause a turnover.
Yeah, the referee's going to let him battle it out there in the corner, but Dylan Kuntz proving that moving your feet is going to work in this league.
And look at this rush here generated by Kuntz. Slips it across the floor. Shot on, save made by Anglin Ram. That was a good drive from Buller, and we've seen him this afternoon show how strong of a shot he has from far out. So yeah. Anglin Ram makes a nice save there.
He's definitely not afraid to shoot the ball. It's got to be shot number 10 at least for Ryan Buller tonight.
Now picked up here by Zach Phillips as we hit the last minute of play in this second period. Shot, oh, nice swim move put on there by Gandy. Gandy drives, but even if that was a goal, wouldn't have counted. Gandy's foot was in the crease.
Oh, yeah.
Hahn has a hold of this one, waiting for his teammates to make the line change. Player streaking in there was the likes of Blake Weidman. Can't get it to come to him.
Blake Weidman's hands were working a little faster than his brain was there, and he missed the pass.
So that works out here for the Bombers as they'll do the smart thing, settling it down and trying to make something happen. Eat up as much time off the clock as well. Good defense put on by Hudson, making this a tough shot scenario against Harrison. And we get ourselves a whistle. 2 seconds remain on the shot clock and 10.3 left in the game. Looks like penalty's going to be coming up for Barrie. As it looks like Zach Phillips is heading to the penalty box.
Yeah, I believe it was a holding call there. He grabbed the Wilmot defenseman's stick and didn't let go.
Yep, you are right. Referee Wilson says was a hold. So you get the Wilmot getting a possession here, and the way the power play has been working for both teams, this could be huge. It's only taken about 9 seconds we've seen Wilmot score a goal 9 seconds in on the man advantage, have 10 to work with. Bradburn's shot deflected, just went wide. Shot from far out, this time from Coots. Goes wide, and that'll do it for the second period. We were tied at 5 after 1, and after 40 minutes of play, tied up at 8. And Andrew, this has become quite the lacrosse game that we've seen. Good back and forth action.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been very evenly matched here this afternoon, and you're definitely getting a show if you're watching here at home tonight.
Well, after 40, it's the Wilmot Wild 8, the Barrie Bombers 8. We'll take a quick break and be back for more coverage here on Rogers TV.
As well at this time, the Wilmot Wild Lacrosse Club would like to wish a very happy birthday to Carlo Gerardi, his 9th birthday today. Happy birthday, Carlo.
Sorry, boss. Yeah, sorry, Adam. I'm just walking over with Carson Gandy from Barrie. Okay, cool. All right, so it's... How is that going? Showing how well you're playing against the team who's tied for the first segment. I might start with that second question. Widen the shot a bit. That's good. Perfect. Just let me know when you want us to come up, and then we'll be good.
Carson.
Welcome back to Wilmot Wild Lacrosse on Rogers TV. Jack Moore Florside with Carson Gandy of the Barrie Bombers. Carson, your team missing your starting goalie and one of your players suspended for this game from last night's 14-9 loss. How impressed are you with your team's play so far, considering you're tied 8-8 with one of the teams who's tied for first in the division?
Yeah, you know what, all the guys are contributing. Our goalie stepped up big here, so you know, that's all you can ask for. All the guys are firing here. Everyone wants to get a win, especially against Wilmot. You know, they're a good team, so everyone just wants to stay in the race here early. So, yeah.
Wilmot undefeated at home this season, 2-0. What has to go right for your side in this third period to come away with a victory on the road?
You know, like I said, just everyone, I think this third period's the biggest period. They don't last period, so everyone's got to be firing here. You know, no mistakes, just get everyone going. You know, it could pop a few early, and that's, I think, whoever works the hardest at the third period is going to win, so it's going to be a good one, though.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Carson, and we can't wait for Carson Gandy bobblehead day for the Barrie Bombers. We have plenty more to come on Wilmot Wild Lacrosse on Rogers TV.
Welcome back inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex, where after 40 minutes of play, we are tied up at 8 with the Wilmot Wild and the Barrie Bombers, as this was once again a very entertaining second period where tons of goals and tons of opportunities. Let's take a look at the highlights from that second period here, as Barrie was able to find their way through yet again, getting the first goal of the second period, and a great shot from far out, that time again from Cole Harrison. But Wilmot gets one right back from a far out drive. And then look at this great goal. This was a big short-handed goal that the Bombers get, a low ball pass. Cole Harrison capitalizes on that one as well. I believe that's his fourth of the game. But Wilmot, once again, they weren't to be detrimented by being down, found their way through, get in for Radburn. Look at that beautiful behind-the-back shot. Radburn gets himself his first of the afternoon. And then this one is one that I think Barrie wants to have back. Little misplay there by Caleb Anglin-Ram. And then capitalizing was Ryan Buller. And look at this great effort from our interview in the second period there. Carson Gandy nearly slips, but feeds it across for Josh Coughlin, and that's the goal that's going to tie us up at 8 apiece. And what we really didn't get to see as well in the highlight package there was a lot of penalties taken, but both goaltenders have picked up their play. So it's going to come down to really possession in this third period, and it may be the last possession of the game for how tight this game has been and how these teams have been able to respond after one thinks they have the big upper hand in this lacrosse game. So we'll take ourselves a quick break and be back for third period coverage here on Rogers TV. Welcome back inside the Wilmot Recreation Complex here in Wilmot, Ontario. I'm Jason Hagel alongside Andrew Coughlin. Third period now underway, and Andrew, obviously you're doing the double duty as you said before. What's the mindset in the Wilmot locker room right now?
Get on in the gas pedal. They got to get some goals here, and they got to do it fast. They only have 20 minutes left to work, and I don't think they feel like they put their best foot forward so far today.
They do have a power play that they will carry over now at 1:29 left to go on it.
Yeah, I believe we have a little salvage in play here. I believe we're seeing a 10-second call at the with the effects of that. Just a moment here as the referees get things sorted out.
So what else was said in the dressing room? Obviously, we know Wilmot wants to get out and get those goals, but we've seen that they can obviously do that, but defensively, they want to be a little bit, you'd think they'd want to be a little bit tighter. Was that discussed at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Defensively, they got to tighten right up. Discipline was also another word that was tossed around the locker room a lot. Playing smart for your teammates, and trying to stay out of the box.
Radburn kicks it off for Kuntz. Down low, nice save made there by Anglin Ram. And it was in the crease, was one of the Wild players, so will be a possession going the way of Barrie. Actually, it's a 5-on-3 scenario. The next 104, and nice takedown by Hayden Berger, but actually it was Berger's stick that was grasped there by Tyler Rowe. And Rowe will now head to the penalty box himself.
Yeah, no, either that was a really good... Oh, no, I think that both of them are going to go here, unfortunately. Hayden Berger might go for the hold, and Tyler Rowe maybe for the rough.
So, yeah, look, that's exactly what it looks like right now.
Yep.
It's like you've played this game before, Andrew.
Definitely, yeah. I've been around a rink or two in my time.
But it's a bit of a disadvantage right now, as it looked like we did think that Wilmot was going to add to their 5-on-3 scenario, but have ourselves, looks like 4-on-3 lacrosse right now. Everything being set up right now. As waiting to get this whistle gone, here is Ryan Buller. Hat trick this afternoon. So here we go. 4-on-3 lacrosse. Moving it around, Radburn made the original feed. Now they get it back here for Buller. Buller for Radburn, a drive. Just getting a piece to steer it wide was Anglin Ram. Buller. Down low, nice shot. Good save made there with the stick by Caleb Anglin Ram.
Good call by referee Wilson there. A little bit of an early change, and we're going to go back Wilmot ball.
That's a huge break here for Wilmot. And I said before we came back here, as I think one of the big keys, Andrew, is going to be possession, because this has been such a tight game. It's going to come down to who gets those possessions, and it could be the last possession.
Yeah, no, for sure. The way this game's been going, it's been really back and forth. Wilmot's definitely going to want to look to go on a push here, though. Get a couple goal run and try to protect their lead rather than play the chasing game.
And we've seen Wilmot are so successful on their early power plays in the first, but they've really, really been a little bit shut out as of late. Do you credit that to obviously the good play between the pipes by Anglin Ram, or just Barrie tightening up with the penalty kill?
It's a good mix of both. I mean, Anglin Ram, he's been solid tonight. There's no question about that. But Barrie definitely showed up to play here today.
Well, they definitely have. You got to give them credit, too. They were in a rough battle last night against the Fergus Thistles.
Yeah, numerous fights, a couple suspensions, couple injuries, but they're not missing a beat here this afternoon.
And without their starting goaltender, he was injured in that game. So for Barrie, they obviously want to get him back up and running, but your backup goalie's played sensational this afternoon.
Yeah, I believe backup might be a touchy subject after this game. He's really proven that he can stand between the pipes for the best team in the league.
Kicked it up. Now settling it down. Nice move by Blake Weidman. Lost the handles. He had a little bit of a slip on the floor. And now back. Nice feed coming in. Shot on. Save made by Fitton. Absolutely stoning Ty Steele. And back for Berger out of the penalty box. And it just couldn't come to his stick, as Wilmot will now have a power play for 45 seconds. Berger, the pesky type player he is, but he stepped in the crease. So
very late call by the referee. Although it was crease, the referee kind of has whistle in the pocket there.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit delayed calls. That led to one of the Barrie goals in the first. Not really sure what their ruling was. Thought an over and back, and it was to Wilmot's detriment because they weren't set up properly.
Yeah, no, it's still early on in the season, though. I guess even the referees have some bugs to work out.
Nice move here, breaking his way through is Ty Burke. Shot on, and Fitton gets a nice piece of it. That ball took a bounce into the corner. Now the Wild get it with Cody Hudson. Flipping it off here for Ryan Buller. Buller across for Jensen. And Bess. So the power play's over. Back to even strength lacrosse. Ball hopped up. Now on Bess's stick. Bess fed that one there for Jensen. Derek Jensen now. Takes his time. A lot of time on the shot clock as well. Buller thought about the drive. Down low, falling shot. Nice save made by Anglin Ram. Hope Buller's okay. That was a little bit of a weird fall. Had a player kind of take his legs out.
Yeah, slow recovery time there as he's still on the floor. He's making his way back to the bench now.
Now picked up here by Prestwich. Flips it off for Steele. Bo Steele to be exact. Steele brothers been a big factor on offense, as you would expect for this Barrie team. Flipping it off here for Gandy.
Wow.
Gandy still with it. Nice
Gandy.
work. Nice work by Gandy, but shot clock expires.
Great hands there.
Always impressed with those types of lacrosse players that can get those feeds with players draped all over you. As you said, great hands and great vision to try to make something happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Something I was unable to do for sure. Hands is something I lacked.
A picked up shot on there from Girdler, and good save made by Anglin Ram. And from the midway point of this second period here, Andrew, it's really turning into a nice goaltender battle.
Yeah, no, it has, and it's actually the third period there. It makes it all that more interesting. The goalies are proven to have taken over here late in the game, and Anglin Ram, especially here, he's looking to move the ball again. He's been great in all aspects of the game.
He's been facing a lot of shots here in this game, as you would expect from this high-tempo, quick-paced Wilmot Wild offense with a lot of dangerous shooters on the floor at all times.
Yeah.
So he's held up his end of the load. So is his team offensively, but Fittens as well stepped up his play, made some big saves, and that's why we're still tied up at 8.
He has made some phenomenal saves, and I'm glad that this game was on TV because he'll be checking those out on the air.
And still a scoreless game, or scoreless third period, I should say. Trying to get that loose ball, and it will come all the way back out to the Wilmot end. Now picked up by Warden. Warden, nice flip up. Oh, was trying to find Wyman, just bounced off his stick.
That's all right, though. That's the kind of effort that Coach Rick Windle wants here from his Wilmot Wild.
A good effort. It's been a good compete level from both teams as well. One of the finer lacrosse games we've seen here on Rogers TV. Now, nice work, scores! Getting the go-ahead goal again is Cole Harrison. And when in doubt, just get it to your top player. And Harrison has been sensational. I think as well, Barrie may be getting a penalty's going to be coming up here as well. I believe. Nope.
No, I don't think so. I think the referee just giving the goal there. But if you check out the Wild Wing replay here, the Barrie player, Cole Harrison, breaking through the middle and just Sullivan Reed right over the shoulder. That's just a clean lacrosse goal.
And Hayden Berger had himself a sensational chance on a breakaway, but Anglin Ram shut the door down. A good battle for it. The hack, we're actually going to say that went against Flanagan and Barrie. And a penalty's going to be coming up for Flanagan.
Charging, I believe. Delay a game, maybe?
Well, nonetheless, it's another big power play coming up here for the Wilmot Wild. Radburn will scoop this up. Tried to make that one through, but broken up nicely by Barrie. And a lot of pulling on the jerseys, no call. And just thrown that one back into the Wilmot end to the Bombers. Now taken up here by Kuntz. He's had himself a great game this afternoon. Fed through now for back for Kuntz. Taken on by Radburn. Radburn the drive, nice save made by Anglin Ram. Oh, Anglin Ram, he's just been that blue wall of defense that the Bombers need. I think almost a bit of a spill there.
Yeah, that'd be the last thing the Bombers want to see. Both their goalies go down to leg injuries.
Oh, Nagy waited maybe just a second too long, had the angle there on Anglin Ram, just couldn't pull the trigger right away. Now the Bombers with this one, 55 seconds remaining on this Wild power play. Cycling this one around, now picked up here by Zach Phillips. Phillips doing the right thing here, eating as much time off the power play and the game clock with the Barrie Bombers up 1. And we thank you for joining us here on this Mother's Day edition. Shot clock expires, but for Barrie, they don't care about that. Time is being eaten away. We thank you for joining us on this Mother's Day edition here of Wilmot Wild Lacrosse. Jason Hangum alongside Andrew Coughlin, and as well Jack Moore on the floor. Now picked up by the Wild. Still have 12 seconds of the man advantage to work with, and passing not crisp enough. Picked up here by the Bombers. What a run put on here by Booth. Booth still with it, hits the truck stick, knocking down Ethan Warden. That's an unbelievable individual effort there from Booth. Settling it back. Oh, nice pass put on here. Ty Burke with it. Back in front there for Harrison. But ball knocked out, now picked up here by the Wilmot Wild.
Derek Jensen slows up at half, looks to reset, get the offensive players out.
Yeah, make a fresh set of legs on the floor for the Wild. Kuntz for Berger. Settling this one down, they try to get it for Radburn. Nice hands by Radburn, shot on, scores! Kent Radburn, second of the game, ties us up at 9.
Great shot by Kent Radburn there.
Unbelievable job by Radburn as well, one-handed to catch that ball and fire on a great shot that just finds its way by Anglin Ram. So take a look at the replay here, Andrew.
Yeah, no, for sure. And there, Kent with one hand breaking through the middle off a pick and roll. Sees the open net and buries it on Anglin Ram.
And here's Berger. Oh, but they already blew the play dead, so Barrie ball. As there was Berger all alone on Anglin Ram, and that's a big break for Barrie because Hayden Berger doesn't miss on those opportunities very much.
No, not at all. He knows how to capitalize.
So up on the near wing, here's Carson Gandy. Bounces off of a couple checks. Pass just misses everything there from Harrison. Now though, Barrie's still with it though. Rough. Off for Harrison. Shot blocked in front, actually hit one of his own men. And the shot clock expires.
The intensity is definitely going to pick up here in the second half of the third period. Both teams needing to come out of here with a win. Barrie's not too happy with the overtime loss to Fergus last night, and sorry, not overtime. They I believe lost 14-9, but
score! Buller! Make that one his fourth of the game, and Ryan Buller is pulling his way through for the Wild this afternoon.
And just as I'm talking about leads, Ryan Buller gives it right back to the Wilmot Wild.
Yeah, unbelievable shot from Buller. I mean, this is a guy that head coach Rick Windle just has to be salivating at once he's on the team.
Yeah, no, for sure. When Ryan Buller's on, that's for sure. The ball's almost magnetized to the twine.
Great shot again. And that's a tough one for Anglin Ram to stop. And Wilmot, they definitely just want to keep pouring it on. They know the way Barrie's compete level's been. Got to get a couple insurance markers. Picked up by Weidman. For Radburn, spin, turn, shot, nice save made there by Anglin Ram. We got a Barrie player down, but gets up quickly from Carson Dudek. Was the banged up Barrie player. I think he may have got a piece of that lacrosse ball coming at him. shot though. Nice save made by Fitton on Bo Steele. Near 2-on-0 coming up. Now Matt Wyman with it. Wyman breaks in, shot. Oh, and that misses everything. That looks so nice off the start.
Great intensity from Derek Jensen there. Oh, as he takes a big push from behind, which is going to cause an interference call and Wilmot ball.
Yeah, Ryan Michalchuk lost his stick, so figured may as well give the shove back right on Jensen.
I don't blame him, but that was a little bit too much, unfortunately, in the eyes of the referee there.
Especially in such a tight game with only 7:50 remaining and you're down 1.
Yeah, no, emotions definitely get the better of you, and you're thinking maybe not about the initial play. Maybe you're thinking ahead.
What do you got to say on the bench here is actually Barrie's going to go back to the power play as penalty is coming now to Wilmot for Derek Jensen. What do you say, though, on the bench, though, right now, Andrew, when, I mean, a guy you've been playing lacrosse for a long period of time and in this league for, as you said, 4 years, but, you know, you're down 1, but the emotions get going. How do you try to contain those?
You just gotta look to leadership. You gotta look to Captain Matt Wyman and Tyler Nagy, Assistant Captain Kent Radbourne as well, and look to them for guidance to keep your cool, keep your composure, and maintain the intensity. It's you really got to find a happy median.
Well, a big bullet right off the start of this power play came there from Harrison.
Yeah, Barrie wastes no time here on their power plays, that's for sure.
Well, big win here for the Wild as the shot clock expires. So Wilmot will do what they can with this ball. 1:28 left for the Wild to try to kill off. Evan Girdler takes the opening possession. Now flipped across there for Berger. Berger looks for some space.
Berger's a shifty player there. He tries to see Broman, I believe, going through the middle. I'm not sure. I didn't see his number.
And you know that Barrie respects Berger because there were 3 blue jerseys all around Hayden Berger.
Yeah, he's public enemy number 1, I think, right now. Him and Ryan Buller are definitely up there 1 and 2.
Try to get in for Hudson, broken up, and nice defensive work by Cole Elford, but just couldn't bring it outside of the Wilmot end. But that's what you like to see for someone not getting many minutes, but making a big impact when his minutes are called upon.
Yeah, that's a role player right there, and those are exactly the types of guys that Rick Windmill wants to see in the lineup.
And Carson Gandy gets another goal from the top of the point, and once again, we are tied up, this time at 10. Just good ball movement here. Another power play goal as well, but sharp shooters here that Barrie present.
Yeah, no, for sure. In the Wild Wing replay, right over the top, number 16 on Barrie. Carson Gandy with the goal there.
That's Gandy's 4th of the season, and it couldn't come at a bigger time for the Wild. And what a hack by Berger as one of the Bomber players, number 5, Logan Flanagan, on top of the ball, and that's where the discipline comes in, especially for someone as important of a player as Berger is. Can't just hack away at Flanagan.
Yeah, no, for sure. He was using the hack kind of as an avoid of the cross-check, but I believe he's actually getting pegged only for the cross-check here. Yeah, he's only getting a legal cross-check penalty. Just a little too intense, which I thought was a little more. He's actually getting a double minor. We'll wait till you see it get put on the board. 4 minutes here.
Well, that's huge. So 6:14 left to go. And if Barrie can get 2 right here, that would be the big thing, because obviously 1, they take 2 minutes off, but Barrie's power play, the best, as we mentioned before, the best in the Junior C.
Yeah, that could be a dagger in the heart to the Wilmot Wild here. Let's see how this plays out for them.
Good shot on there from Harrison. Fitton makes a tough save. And Fitton right now really showing why he's a number 1 goalie. That's a big save to make on the top point getter that the Barrie Bombers bring.
Yeah, for sure, and Reed Fitton comes in tonight, 2nd best numbers in the Junior C League for goalies, so he's proven again to be among the best.
Now, resetting here are the Bombers. There's Gandy, who got us leveled at 10. They get it in for Gandy, or tried to at least, but couldn't be completed cleanly. Now with it is Hudson. taking it, or Harrison, excuse me. Still loose ball. Coming away with it are the Bombers. Shot from a tough angle, hit the outside of the post from Phillips. Get a clock reset. Gandy settling this one down. Get it back for Gandy from Harrison.
Barrie
Phillips.
looking to get some movement there in their offense.
Yeah, Steele just couldn't get that one cleanly, and now the Wild get a hold of it. Flip it out here for Matt Wyman. Matt Wyman, actually 2-on-1. Kent Radburn showing off his speed. Radburn shot on, nice save made though by Anglin Ram. Coming across the other side. 2:21 remains in the double minor for Hayden Berger.
Right now, Wilmot's just looking for those minor victories. They want to kill off that first 2 minutes and make sure that the chances are minimalized here for Barrie.
Fed on. Back, just couldn't get that one on his stick was Luke West. Luke West takes a rough check as well. Actually, West now driven in hard by Bradley Bro.
That's just good aggressive play here in a tie ball game with under 5 minutes to go.
And once again, shot clock expires. Will be Wilmot ball, so that penalty kill really stepping up right now for Wilmot when it needs to.
Yeah, no, ain't that the truth. Barrie's power play is proven time and time again here tonight and all season long that they are one of the best forces to be reckoned with.
So Radburn on the far wing gets it off here for Ryan Buller, having himself a sensational afternoon. Was looking for Radburn on the one-timer, just sails a little bit over his stick. Now picked up here is Ryan Michalchuk, and Michalchuk still with it. Waiting for some support, and nice pass. We'll just feed this one off here for Gandy. 1:11 remains in the Barrie power play. Gandy, give and go. Oh, they get it off here for Harrison. Shot from far out from Phillips. Good save made by Fitt and kept alive here by Ty Steele. Kicked off for Gandy. And good movement of the ball, but last couple passes just a little too high. But the numbers game pans out, and Barrie wins this one.
Just over 30 seconds to go here in the power play, but Wilmot's look to be tight so far.
It's been an excellent penalty kill for the Wild, and they'll add to that one right now. Nice move put on by Jensen. Jensen comes and shot on. Save made by Anglin Ram.
Great rush, great transition play by Derek Jensen there, especially being the man down.
Jensen would have been the hero right there if he was able to get a huge shorthanded goal. Final chance on the man advantage here for the Bombers. On that Berger double minor, 3 seconds remain. Got to get a shot off if you're Barrie, and that won't help at all.
And we're going to look to be even here as Hayden Berger leaves the box. Back on defense, Hayden Berger.
Yeah, he is. Pass shot on, just went wide. Shot clock expires, but the best penalty kill of the game for the Wilmot Wild came when they needed it.
Yes, absolutely.
Really forced Barrie to the outside. Their shots have been good, but Barrie couldn't pull the trigger. And even when they got those shots off, Fitton was sensational.
And that could prove to be a turning point here tonight, especially in a tie game. Under 2 minutes to go.
And the way momentum works in lacrosse. And Berger comes and scores! Hayden Berger gets the Wilmot Wild up one with 1:41 to go on Berger's second of the afternoon.
Hayden Berger is all heart. He's a teammate that'll lead by example, and he knows he made a mistake there on his last shift, and he went right out there and made up for it.
And that was exactly what my next point was going to be as we take a look at the Berger goal. A double minor could have been absolutely catastrophic for the Wilmot Wild, but he's the one that realizes, I made the mistake, I got to be the one to get back, and he gets his second of the game, and it could be the one that the Wilmot Wild hold on for.
Oh, make no mistake, Hayden Berger's a smart kid. He knows that his team just united to have a 4-minute penalty kill on his expense there, so that was the least he could do.
And he gets that huge second goal. Now we'll see a big push coming here from the Bombers. We'll check the net, and they get one off the post!
Everybody pulling their weight here tonight, that's for sure.
Thought for a split second that Barrie once again found the equalizer, but that one hit off the post. and Buller will do the smart thing, take it up the floor as we're approaching the final minute of play here in the third. A sensational lacrosse game on this Mother's Day afternoon. The pink in the rink game was worth every bit of your entertainment and your eyeballs here on Rogers TV. Now picked up here by Kuntz. Kuntz for Buller. Buller, a shot goes wide.
Time is of the essence here. 1 second on the shot clock and 44 to go in the game.
Shot clock expires. Buller showed off his soccer skills there.
Whatever you got to do.
Surprised the way the officiating's been calling the Wild with unsportsmanlike. We didn't get one there, but nonetheless we don't. And a timeout has been called by Barrie to draw up some strategy. Well, Andrew, what a sensational game we've seen. It was a real tight third period where Hayden Berger's goal could have the Wilmot Wild up through. But if you're Barrie, what are you drawing up as we'll see our next broadcast in 2 weeks' time, May 26th, when the Fergus Thistles come to town. But if you're Barrie right now, Andrew, what do they got to draw up right now to get one back to take us to overtime potentially?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see the goalie stay on the bench here, the 6th man out. I believe you'll see one man stand in front of the net. With the size that this Barrie team has, I don't know why they wouldn't put one man right in front of Reed Fitton, work the ball around the outside, and try to do what they've been doing all night to solve Reed here 10 times. I mean, just get the shots on net and hope and pray.
Well, they had some great movement on that 4-minute double minor that they worked with, but Wilmot's really tightened up defensively. And you can see the maturity level grow on this Wild team. Very, very much smarter playing lacrosse. Not many undisciplined penalties they've taken this year so far.
Yeah.
That defense has really tightened up.
Yeah,
especially when it matters.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then you do see that Barrie man, they did put the player right in front of the net, kind of cause a little commotion there, get the Wilmot players thrown off.
And we'll see what these Bombers can do. Passing play, shot on Fitton, makes the save!
Huge stop by Reed Fitton, I'm sorry.
What a save by Fitton, and he had to check behind his back because he wasn't sure. A little bit of a talking going on at the penalty box. Is it a clock check?
I think referee Wilson's trying to get a couple seconds back on the clock here.
I think so as well.
Only 2, I believe, only 2. 3, I stand corrected.
So 26 seconds even remains. The Bombers looking to find a way to tie this one up. Kick that one around, they get it off for Gandy, low shot, and it found its way on the goal line, and Fitton somehow has it. Wow, what lacrosse goaltending there by Reed Fitton with 14 and a half left to go, and I think Wilmot will take a timeout.
Wow, is all I have to say to that one. Reed Fitton has really put the team on his back here numerous times throughout this game, and a plethora of times in the last 10 minutes of the third here. But Rick Wendell owed it to his goaltender there to get a timeout, get his best 5 guys on the floor, and drag the ball here for the last 14 seconds.
Unbelievable. 2 big saves in a row from Fitton coming at the right time, and that last one, I don't think Reed really knew where it was. It may have just rolled around the goal line and just got it caught up in his pad or falling down. Nonetheless, Fitton shows off his athleticism in making those big saves right there, Andrew.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no question about that. And I'm sure Reed's got a big smile on his face right now. He knows he pulled his weight here tonight.
Yeah, what an effort from Reed Fitton as well. It was a shaky start for him in the first, Andrew, but as this game progressed, he got his confidence back. And that's the Reed Fitton that this Wilmot team expects to go all the way through this season.
Oh, no question. And a goalie with confidence is a goalie you want in your locker room, that's for sure.
So here we go, just going to sit on this floor as much as they can, trying to force a turnover are Barrie, but Nagy will run this one out. Shot goes up off the netting. Barrie wants that possession, but it's going to be Wilmot ball. They didn't start the clock. Or now they do, because the whistle hadn't gone. Shot from Berger goes wide. Nonetheless, the horn goes, and the Wilmot Wild are still undefeated at home with a very impressive 11-10 victory over a very game Barrie Bombers squad.
No, you couldn't ask anything better on a Mother's Day afternoon, I don't think. And no, that was a great win. Good teams win ugly, and Wilmot proven to be the better ugly team on tonight.
Another 1-goal win for this Wilmot Wild team. And right now, Andrew, you just got to think that what's getting them through in these tight scenarios is the experience that they have, a lot of veteran leadership on this squad.
Absolutely, and that's going to be a true testament down the stretch as the league gets going here. But no, the league's been close, and Wilmot's definitely pulling their weight.
Well, Wilmot definitely pulled their weight. It was a little rough off the start, but veteran teams find their way to make those adjustments, and the Wild do, thanks to Hayden Berger's game-winning goal. And the Wilmot Wild are still undefeated at home. Make that 3-0 here at the Wilmot Rec Complex with this 11-10 victory over the Barrie Bombers. So for our broadcast crew, my broadcast partner today of Andrew Coughlin, Jack Moore on the floor, I'm Jason Hagel, and we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks when the Fergus Thistles are in town.
Thanks for having me, Jason.